Hey guys, Gemmy Gaming back with another video, and today we are going to be reviewing the Gemmy animated lasso spinning rawhide Santa. Now, this guy has been mentioned on my channel quite a few times. I got him for Christmas of 2018, I believe, and the only thing that was wrong with him was his hat arm, and I think he had a split gear and a spinning arm, but it still spun. I replaced the split gear and the spinning arm at some point, but when I got it, I was impatient with it. When I first got it, when I was little, I was really impatient with it, and I decided to, we were visiting family, and I had no materials to fix it with, and I decided, you know what, let's just go ahead and fix it, even though I had nothing. I somehow was able to find a gear that wasn't fully split, but it was splitting in a toy truck thing that we had there. I don't know where it came from or what it was, but it was helpful because I put it in him and it worked somehow. And I ended up snapping the pegs that hold the head on, that screw it on. I ended up snapping them off, which I later replaced them. But I'll get to that when that time actually comes. Continuing with the story. Now, I had that gear in it until I got home. I wanted to replace it with a 10-tooth gear, because again, I didn't know when I was little that these couldn't work with 10-tooth gears. So I put it in, it wasn't raising, of course. And I didn't know it was wrong, so I tried to force the hat up, instantly snapped the square shaft into 3 pieces. So, yeah, it was basically done for at that point. But I was able to find a square shaft gear and a couple gears to re-put the gearbox in with, and it worked, but it didn't work very good. I put a 9-tooth in it. It worked, but it would make a bunch of grinding noises because of the way I put the gears in there. So, eventually and I put a bad, eventually the motor components came off when I was trying to fix it again, and I had to replace it with a new motor, and the belt would fall off countless amounts of times. So, at some point when I got it fixed to where it would actually work, later on after that, I decided to test it and said, hey, let's do a better job at repairing this than I did when I was little. So I went inside, put new gears in the gearbox. I used the same square shaft gear, but I was able to find gears that'll actually fit in the gearbox properly and will make it sound smooth, because, listen, see, now you can move it. Before, it was so jammed up that you couldn't even move it. Even though the hat still worked, it was so jammed up that you couldn't move it. So I redid that whole thing, and I put a new motor in there, one that actually was the right size, because I had a motor glued into it that was smaller and it wouldn't work. I mean, it did work somehow, but I mean, I just replaced it with the motor that actually would fit in it. And yeah, here he sits. I also replaced the pieces that screw together to hold the head gearbox on. And I gave it ones that actually had pegs on it from my One Song Snowmiser, since he doesn't have a hard head that's supposed to screw onto it. So yeah, I swapped their things out, and he is in great shape now. He works great now. There's a few things I have to do. I think I have to sew up the bottom of this. I just noticed that was ripped open, and I will hopefully sew that up. And this I have to sew up too. That's from when I was fixing it, but it looks okay right now. And the cool thing about this guy, let me give you guys a close-up with him. It's a common problem that his glasses are broken. His glasses aren't even cracked. They're not even cracked. So yeah, if I was even filming him at all, so hold on, yeah, there. His glasses aren't cracked, and if you listen, the reason it makes that noise is because of the motor. I think it might need a little bit of oil, but it works great. You can't hear that noise when it's turned on. The spinning arm works good, and the hips have always worked good. So yeah, I guess there's really nothing much else to say about it, but I mean, the fact that I just told you the story about it. So without further ado, we'll show it to you. But yeah, the reason I have to hold him is because if not, he'll start doing this and eventually just fall over. So, yeah. I guess that concludes the review of the lasso spinning rawhide Santa made by Gemmy. Thanks for watching.